Alright, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another video. Taking my evening walk again. This is something that's been on my mind for quite some time now. And, I want to talk about, this is a random topic, but I want to talk about, why is it that you keep attracting the same type of people in your lives? Or should I say we? Because, I'm a victim too. I've been in situations where I kept attracting the same type of people in my life as well. So, anyway. So I want to talk about why do we keep attracting certain types of people in our lives? Oftentimes we say that we want, like when it comes to relationships, right? We say we want this person to be like this or that person to be like that. You know what I'm saying? We look for certain qualities in certain people, but, hold on. Yeah, we look for certain qualities in certain people, in some people, but we always end up attracting the exact opposite of the type of people that we really want in our lives. It doesn't matter if it's relationships, friendships, whatever. And then a lot of the times we ask ourselves, why is it that we keep attracting the same type of people? I tend to ask myself that question sometimes as well. Sometimes I ask myself, why is it that I keep attracting the same type of people in my life? And, I be asking myself this question, like, why is it that I keep attracting the same type of people in my life? Knowing that I deserve to surround myself with people that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of us deserves to be around toxic people. We got to be around people that help us, support us, you know what I'm saying? Support our dreams and goals. Like, that's the type of people we're supposed to be around. But, so when we ask ourselves, why do we attract the same type of people in our lives? The real, what we really have to do is look inside ourselves, okay? We got to look inside ourselves, because a lot of the times we tend to blame the other person as the reason why we attract them in our lives. Me too. I'm a victim. I've been in situations where I've kind of blamed other people a little bit as the reason why I'm attracting, certain types of people in my life that shouldn't even be in my life in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look inside ourselves and we got to know, okay, what is it that we're allowing in our lives to mess us up? What type of people are we allowing to come in our inner circle to disturb our peace, to keep us distracted from our goals and dreams? That's the question that we got to ask ourselves, Like, I've came across some videos of it's this guy named Carl Jung. He's a psychologist, and he tends to talk about deep topics, like you know what I'm saying. He likes to talk about deep things, spiritual things. He talks about the shadow side. He talks about the dark side, the light side. And he explains how Everybody has a dark side and everybody has a light side. I made a video about this back in September. Y'all can go check it out. It's one of my early videos. So anyway, back to the point. So he talks about, you know, why we attract the same type of people in our lives over and over and over again. The truth is that we don't just, like, sometimes we don't just attract people because, like, we don't attract people just for no reason. There's a deeper reason as to why we attract certain types of people. And what I've learned is that our subconscious mind tends to direct our life. Oh, and I made a video about the subconscious mind as well. Y'all can go check it out. I posted it back in December. Anyway, back to the topic. So like I was saying, so what I've learned is our subconscious mind is programmed to, it's like our subconscious mind, our beliefs, like it's a lot to explain, y'all. For real, it's a whole lot to explain. But basically, it's like our subconscious mind is directing us towards people that's on the same type of vibration and energy as us. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes opposites do attract, right? But other times, a lot of the times, we tend to attract people that's the opposite of us, and we tend to attract people that's on the same type of vibration and energy as us. And this is not something it's not something that we're consciously doing. It's a subconscious thing. It's like a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? When we meet somebody, right? It's like, have you ever met somebody and you have like a strong feeling about them? Like you just have this strong feeling towards this person. It's like you think about this person every day. When you eat, when you brush your teeth, when you go to sleep, when you at work, school, it don't matter, whatever. 9 times out of 10 is you see something special about that person that just naturally draws you to them. You know what I'm saying? And also, when it comes to attracting people that's the opposite of us, we tend to attract, like sometimes, like when we attract people that's the opposite of us, like I'm gonna give you an example real quick. So let's say you're somebody that doesn't set boundaries for him or herself, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say you're somebody that doesn't set boundaries for him or herself. A lot of the times you're going to tend to attract people that's the opposite of that, to push you around, to bully you. You know what I'm saying? Now, or people that want to take advantage of you. It gets to that level too. So you might think, like, a lot of the times we might ask ourselves, like, why do we keep attracting these type of people in our lives? Like, why do we keep attracting them? But if we look within ourselves, a lot of the times we'll realize that we're the problem. It's not like the other person. A lot of the times it's not the other person, it's ourselves. So we gotta look at ourselves internally, and we gotta pay attention to the things that we gotta pay attention to the people that we allow in our circle. This it's really, really important that we do this, because everybody is not meant to be in your circle. Like, I'm telling you, everybody's not meant to be in your circle. You know, like me personally, I don't like to be around a lot of people. Like, it bothers me for some reason. Like, I like to have my peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to have my alone times a lot of the times. Yeah, sometimes I hang out with friends here and there, but most of the time I like to stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? It's a truck, y'all. But anyway, like I was saying, hold on. Anyway, yeah. So, like, we got to look at ourselves internally. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me give you another example. Sometimes we ask ourselves, like you might be a person that's looking for long-term love, right? But you tend to attract people that's emotionally unavailable to you. And sometimes, like, you might ask yourself, why do I keep attracting people that's emotionally unavailable? It's tough. it's it's tough to be in that situation when you attract people that's emotionally unavailable. You know, sometimes you might doubt yourself. You might doubt yourself and ask yourself, like, is there something like wrong with me, or why do I keep attracting, emotionally unavailable people? But, you know, it could be from your childhood. You must had a you must had a childhood where your emotional needs wasn't met by your parents, your grandparents, your aunt, uncles, whoever, you know. And that, hold on. I hate when cars keep passing by. Like I was saying, so most 9 times out of 10, you must have had a childhood where your emotional needs wasn't met by your parents or your grandparents, your uncle, aunt, whoever, right? And those memories you had or the beliefs, oh, never mind. Thought the car was coming this way. Yeah, or you must have beliefs from other people when you was younger, telling you that, you're not worthy enough, you're not good enough for love. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really likes you like that. But the truth is, I believe everybody is unique in their own way, right? Everybody's unique in their own way. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, whoever's watching this right now, you are unique in your own way. Never let anybody tell you otherwise. But because when we were born, we were a complete human being. We were like happy kids that was just having fun, that was like, enjoying ourselves. But the programs and stuff we get from our parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts, it sticks with us from our childhood and it affects us in our adult life, which is, which is what lead us to things like getting into bad relationships where people don't, they don't, uh, they don't care about your emotional needs. You know what I'm saying? You get into relationships with people that just cross your boundaries, that just step all over your boundaries. But 9 times out of 10, It could be that something has happened in your childhood that made you not want to set boundaries for yourself based on what other people told you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you that, like, the only way, like, let's say if you're a person that wants a better relationship, the only way to attract people that's right for you is you got to do the inner work yourself. You know, that's the first thing. You got to do the inner work yourself. Because if you don't do the inner work, and if you don't ask yourself certain questions and analyze them and come up with a come up with an answer and then go from there, and it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. Because, like I said in my subconscious mind video, hold up. Like I said in my subconscious mind video, you know, our subconscious mind controls our reality. You know what I'm saying? We don't attract the things that we want if we're not the type of people that deserves those things that we want. We gotta attract, like, we gotta become the person that we are. Hold on. I meant to say we gotta become the person that we want to become in order to attract the things that we want in our lives and the people that we want to have long-term relationships with. So, yeah. If you're somebody that wants to start a business, you know, you have a dream to start a business, but you just don't like a lot of the times you get distracted by other things. 9 times out of 10, your subconscious mind is controlling you in a way to where you just naturally become distracted, you know? Like, you gotta, you know, work on that part. You gotta work on that part of yourself if you're that type of person, you know, that wants a business. But yeah, so I'm just walking around, yo. But anyway, so you gotta become that type of person to, you know, if you want to be successful, it doesn't matter if you want to be successful in business. It doesn't matter if you want to be successful in being a doctor, a lawyer, or anything, right? You gotta make sure, like, you gotta put your mind to it. You gotta, like, in order for you to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you have to act like you're that person right now. And, like, yeah, you got to act like that person right now in order, and before you actually become successful in those things. You know, the Bible talks about, it says to call the things that are not as if they already were. So that means if you want to attract certain types of things in your life, then, or if you want to become a certain type of person, then you got to act like that person now, and you got to act like the things that you want you already have. Because once you act like you have those things already, and once you act like you're already that person that you're trying to become, then eventually you're gonna become that person naturally. You're not even gonna force yourself. It's not gonna be you trying to force yourself to do it. It's gonna be a natural thing. Same thing when it comes to you trying to attract the things that you want. A new car, a new house, a better relationship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta act like those things are already here. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're able to attract, you know, yeah, like that's how you're able to attract the things that you want and to become the type of person that you want to become. Yeah. So you gotta, you know, use your mind correctly. Now that you gotta use your mind correctly. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. I know this is kind of a deep topic, but this is just something that was just on my mind that I just really wanted to talk about. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm about to get ready and go back to the crib now. Yep. So, yeah. Think about this, y'all. It's your life. It's your choice. You make the decision for yourself. And I'm gone.